Hi everybody, and welcome to a new video, and welcome to Traveling with Russell. Today we're going to make a little bit of a nice, interesting video here at Kievskaya railway station. Now this is one of the kind of many train stations or suburban train stations here in Moscow. I thought we'd just do a little bit of train spotting, or just a bit of a walk around and check out how amazing this station is. So let's go and have a walk around, shall we? And exactly as I'm doing the voiceover, the PA comes on. I've tried about 5 times and this is the last one now, so let's go and have a walk around and check out this amazing station, shall we? Let's go. And almost exactly on cue, one of the first trains comes into the station. Now this is actually track 9, so there is quite a few different tracks here. I didn't really pay attention. I think this train's coming in empty actually, but what I really want to point out is this huge kind of roof structure here, kind of when you walk out from the station to the tracks. And oh, there's a few people getting off the train, not too many, but yeah, it's just this huge, it's about 30 meters high, this roof. Now, I actually Googled that, so I didn't guess that, by the way. But yeah, it's kind of pretty impressive, isn't it? It's very, I don't know, very simple. Just this big curved sort of steel roof, but it's pretty neat. Yeah, that was the train that just came in right here. And then there's another I guess these are mostly suburban trains on the other side. And these are the gates to pass through. So let's hopefully, where did I put my ticket? Let's get through to the other side, shall we? And right on cue, another train is leaving from the station here. There we go. It's a very neat station. Now, it might be a very geeky or dorky thing to kind of come and film, but I think it's very cool, and it's very famous. Now, being called Kievskaya station, there is a few trains. Basically, this line, which is kind of the end of the road here, so to speak, goes to Kiev, Ukraine. Of course, it did originally go to other parts of Europe, but they sort of changed to other stations in the last sort of 10 or 20 years. So there's not as many, I guess, international trains that would leave from Russia to other countries from here now. But the original Kiev train line still does run. Just not as many departures as there used to be. It's very empty in here, isn't it, when there's not a train in the station. Let's have a look back. Yeah, it's very simple in its design, but it's just huge. Yeah, this is kind of a running theme, I think, of my videos whenever we go somewhere in Moscow, is the just sort of the symbolicness of the country and how they just sort of build everything so big and so gigantuous, so gigantic. Yeah, it was definitely worth a walk around here just to check it out. Some school kids on the other side as well. You can get kind of tours of the train station. Now, it's not really exciting for everybody, but I guess just the history of the place is kind of enough. And there's this very big kind of clock. It's very symbolic of train stations to have that kind of clock over the central archway here. There's a few different guys, kind of interesting, they're holding up the lamps. And they don't do a very big purpose in this huge hall, but One guy's looking out there to the tracks. Looks very Greek-esque, don't they, these two guys? They don't look very Russian. I don't think they're Muscovites. And they're just wearing kind of like Greek, I don't know, like sheets. Just kind of interesting. And they actually have a little bit of a display here, talking about the history of the railway station and the people that worked here over the years. It's very interesting. Let's have a look from here now. Just how big this kind of departure hall is. Just huge. Yeah, tracks 6, 7, 8, 9. So this sort of connects with the, if I point just over here where we started out, and around the corner is the other tracks. So it's just very interesting place. There's a few different trains leaving. It's just about 3 o'clock here. So 3:09, there's one in a few minutes. 3:13. One at 4:15. So yeah, and my lack of understanding the Russian language, I'm not sure where they're going, so let's just walk through to the station, shall we, and check it out. So we just passed through a little bit of the security here coming into the main hall, and here we are inside. Have a look at these old, they're kind of chandelier-like, but they have kind of modern light bulbs on them now, but it's very neat. And then, it should almost be sort of like a tourist kind of a stop here, is the Ilonka chocolate store. Ilonka is a very famous Russian brand of chocolate that is very much bought as a tourist or gift for people when you go overseas or travel somewhere else. You take some Russian chocolate with you. Let's have a look here. There's another clock right here, and just how big the structure is. It's just very interesting. Now the one difference, I guess, with the there's a couple of pigeons inside. This is kind of neat, isn't it? They have some, if they're not flowers, they look like herbs growing on these seats. Check that out. That's kind of different. Yeah, that's very cool. Yeah, they're like these little domes with the lights. Let's bring in a bit of nature inside. It's very neat. I actually haven't walked in here before filming this. I've been through this station many times, but where I catch my local train home, it doesn't sort of end at this kind of part of the station, so I don't have all the chandeliers on. It's kind of very well lit without the need for them. Kind of the modernist times, we've got the Wi-Fi network up there. You know, such a beautiful building. And then you see the light streaming in from those end windows. Got another cafe there. Guess we have to kind of realize that, you know, times catch up with everything. Yeah, there's not a lot of people around the station today. I guess there's sort of, especially the major departure times would be early morning and evening. And during the middle of the day, it's not as busy here. It's very cool though. As usual, we have all of the ATM machines. I kind of laugh because I know this is kind of part of modern times and it has to be. Have a look at these chandeliers. Just very neat. And that's a huge roof as well, the height here from where we are. It's kind of interesting, there's like a kind of mezzanine or second floor with these columns. I wonder if anyone sort of ever was up there and what they use that second level for. Yeah, there's just a few people sort of waiting around for trains, I guess. You know, these afternoon train departures. That was the clock we saw from outside. We have a couple more pretty unique kind of plaques here. So this station was built in between 1912 and 1918. So right around the First World War for most people if they know the dates. There's a guy here with his, I guess he's a military leader of some kind. There's a young child there and father, and got like a globe there. Not sure what he's doing with his sword, but it's another pigeon just walking by. So yeah, I think it's kind of neat to kind of see these old stations. You know, the fact that they're still here, they're just, you know, overpowering almost when you sort of see them next to other places. But kind of like these chandeliers. They're kind of modernized, I guess, from the original times. This station doesn't have the kind of the old board that we're used to seeing in train stations, but it's got the kind of new modernized sort of digital one. It's coming at a bit of an angle over here from the light. You can see here some of the Moscow departures. And they have the lockers here, storage lockers. So I guess if you're kind of staying here for a time or not, you can put your stuff in storage for a little while and go off for the day and come back and get your train. A little souvenir shop right in the entrance there. Okay, we've come outside now for a bit of a look at the station from the outside. And every time I try and catch this first little part of the station, the buses keep pulling in. Now, these are very neat. These are actually electric buses. Exactly right in front of where I wanted to film. But I want to kind of show you a couple of things in this same shot here. So firstly, we've got these electric buses. Everybody just getting off the bus right here. And then we'll see Kiev railway station behind. It's actually called Kiyevsky, which is basically Kiev railway station. And then right next to it is a huge shopping center called Kiyevsky, or Europe Shopping Mall, or Kiyevsky Shopping Mall. Now, it's kind of interesting just to see the big clock tower here as well of the station. Now, because we're in the kind of early afternoon here, we're not going to get the best lighting, but it's okay. It's a beautiful station. It's interesting as well. The other side note, it's the only railway station in Moscow that is basically alongside the Moscow River, which is just off here in the distance is the Moscow River. So yeah, it's so this, when I came a few years ago, this area right here was a huge car park. Now they basically made it into a taxi pickup and drop off. and then this bus station right here. Now we might see if we can catch a kind of quick look at this in a second, because it's pretty neat. But it's sort of interesting that kind of on one side you've kind of got the oh, hi. Здравствуйте.
How are you doing?
Very well. Oh, people speak English. There we go. I don't have to go on school excursion. Hi. It's very interesting to see the train station on one side here, and then the kind of modernist, I don't know modern you call this, but the Kiyevsky mall on the other side, and how kind of different it can look, you know? Check that clock tower out there. And these falcons, you can't quite see it. There's one on the edge right there. These peregrine falcons overlooking the building. Oh yeah, it's and these buses, they don't run very loud because, of course, being electric. Now let's just walk over here for a second. We're going to see if we can do this in one take. I'm not sure if I'm that skilled at it. Oh, should we pick up the lucky coin? I don't know how lucky we are today with that, but there we go. Now let's have a look here. So these are actually the charging ports for the buses. So the buses go about their kind of route, and then they pull in over here. So they don't have, okay, there is still trolley buses in Moscow, but they don't have the overhead cables needed for these buses because they're basically on a battery system, and the buses pull in, and then we'll see here this kind of a charging port, if you like, that kind of connects the bus to the battery, or I guess power system, and it's very neat how it does that. And then they just wait to pull in for their time that they need to charge the bus, and then off they go about their kind of a trip. So I think it's very cool. The fact that it's sort of in the middle of the city too, they don't have to go to a like a depot and do the recharging. They can do it sort of in the middle of the city. So yeah, there's a little diagram here. Obviously I can't read it, but just explains the system, how you kind of pull over the top of it. The bus sort of waits its turn to charge up, and then they drive on off on their next destination, I guess. Let's have a look from the front here. It's almost like a robot arm that comes. So the bus basically has the charging port in the roof of the bus, and then it goes up and down. Basically it connects almost like magnetic-like to the kind of the charging booth at the top. And these are the power banks right here. I just think it's kind of neat. That's all. I've just walked over to another kind of angle of the station here, just to show you kind of that difference between kind of old and new, between kind of seeing Kievskaya station and then how electric buses kind of come in and out of here and then terminate and start their routes from here. And then the huge Kiyevsky shopping center right here. And just how kind of the modernness is sort of creeping over to the original sort of 1900s building. It's just, you know, just that kind of then and now kind of look as we kind of take a little walk around the kind of outskirts of the station. It's always interesting here. You know, if people always ask me, do you feel safe in Moscow? And kind of my question is, I always feel safe everywhere I go, except outside train stations and airports. And it's kind of sad to kind of say that, but there's always just that extra kind of person hanging around here. And you're always wondering what they're doing, where they're going, what their intentions are. Yeah, have a look. Kind of get the good light from this. It's a beautiful day today, by the way. It's only 8 degrees, but it's beautiful and sunny. It is sort of early afternoon. That's why there's that sort of strong shadows and light here. But it's sort of a beautiful day to be out and about. Here in Moscow center, and having a look at Kievskaya railway station. So I hope you like this kind of walk around of Kievskaya railway station. I know I keep saying Kiev like 100 times, I'm sorry, but that was the intention of the walk around. I kind of feel I should change this channel to the one take travel channel, because I can pretty much film everything in one take walking around here. I'm not kind of one for doing montages and things like that, but just having a walk around that kind of one place, and then having the video just be about one kind of place or building or whatever we're kind of looking at. And yeah, hope you like this walk around of Kievskaya railway station. Checking a look at the electric buses. Thought that was kind of neat. I have seen them there before, but I've never kind of gone up to them and looked closely. A lot of times when you're out in Moscow, you kind of know where you're going, you get off the bus, the metro, go to where you need to go to, and then don't really pay any attention to the surroundings. So yeah, thanks for watching Traveling with Russell. Thanks for watching another video. If you found it interesting. Didn't see too many trains. I was hoping to see a few more trains, but it's not a busy station. Although it's kind of built in such a way it could handle a lot of traffic, but there's a few people around, but not many, and not many trains. But yeah, thanks for watching Traveling with Russell. Thanks for watching another video. And if you like this, give it a thumbs up. Put a little comment if you like. Let us know about sort of what you saw in the video. And we'll see you on another video soon, on another adventure. Bye for now.